So last week on the show here, we talked about there's a show we did called Bitcoin is Healthy or Bitcoin is Healthier, talking about the fact that Bitcoiners are, from my experience anyways, seem to be like really aware of their health, of their finances, of self-improvement, the whole thing. Proof of work. I think proof of work is the key there. The whole world wants everything so quick overnight and life hacks to everything. Whereas Bitcoiners kind of take the opposite approach to that. And they want to look at things at a longer lens, longer time frame, and put in the work in order to get the rewards for it. So then I saw that this what's this guy's name? Ian Carroll discusses Bitcoin. He was on TFTC last week with Marty. And this is a 1 minute, 36-second clip, kind of saying the exact same thing in a different way, but he kind of takes a little bit further. So let's watch this quickly.
It's not a coincidence that the Bitcoin community is like on balance is more engaged with sort of like personal wellness or health or fitness or like personal finance. Like Bitcoiners tend to be more tuned in to the types of things that like you can do for yourself in your own life to make your own life better. And I think that that's a big part of this sort of nihilism is our culture and our education system and like everything about the way that most Americans and people around the world live today sort of inherently pushes you to feel powerless and to just sort of be a drone and to not have any influence or say in what's going on. And it's easy to feel that way when you're looking outwards at the world and looking at what you can't change out there. But the moment you start to look at your own life and think about like what you can do for your own health or do for your own happiness or do for just to like shrinking that bubble down can help that optimism immensely, because the world has always had a million horrible things and a million good things. It's like, we are 8 billion people all going through this experience of life together. And I think it's easy to find, like, just because we have so much information now, it's easy to find all these problems in the world, but they were always there. Like, and in a lot of ways, it was probably worse before because no one knew about them. So it was like smooth operation for all these people that were trying to control things. And now, like, yeah, we know about more problems, but knowing is, the beginning of solving. So.
Believe it or not, that's actually what I wanted to start the show with today, with that quote. Knowing is the beginning of solving. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? It seems like for the last, I don't know, as long as our parents have been around, the message, the communication, the propaganda has all come from like three things: the TV, the radio, the newspaper. And you got guys like Justin Trudeau bashing people who watch YouTube now. But the only reason why we're aware of things like this is because of the internet, is because of YouTube, is because of podcasts and these smaller channels who are actually talking about this stuff, because nobody else does. And so knowing is the beginning of solving. You can't just go from there being a problem to it being solved instantly. That's not how the world works. And if you take a longer approach to this whole thing and realize what everybody has to go through in their own Bitcoin journey, in their own life journey, I guess you'd say, in terms of just figuring out what money is, figuring out how inflation works, figuring out how the central banks work and how corrupt everything is, until you actually know that, you can't solve the problem. And so we're right in the middle of that right now. We're aware of everything that's happening in the world, all the bad stuff, and we're in the process of solving it. Because you can't solve it without knowing that there's a problem there, and nothing happens overnight. This whole thing's going to take a while to get through, and we're kind of in the middle of that.